Okay, boys. In our yesterday's class, so yesterday and day before yesterday, we started conformational isomerism, boys. So day before yesterday, we covered conformational isomerism in open chain compounds. Yesterday, we covered conformational isomerism in cyclic compounds, in particular cyclohexane, boys. In particular cyclohexane, we covered there. Okay. Now, today's our topic is conformational isomerism, no doubt in cyclohexane, but substituted cyclohexane. Substitute. It maybe one group is going to be substituted, or more than one group may be substituted. Okay. Now we are going to take one group substitution, cyclohexane, one mono substituted cyclohexane ones. So now we are going to discuss mono substituted cyclohexane conformations. First one, mono substituted cyclohexane. Mono substituted cyclohexane, it is the concept. Okay. Now, so let us take a group is substituted in cyclohexane, boys. So let us observe, this is our cyclohexane. It is our cyclohexane. So one of these corners, one of the carbons, so no doubt every carbon has two hydrogens. One of those hydrogens is substituted with any group. Let us take a group G. Let us take a group G. This is substituted, boys. So now, is this group stable or stable at that location? That means, so the compound is stable or unstable. Let us discuss one by one, boys. So see here. So it is cyclohexane, boys. For cyclohexane, the most stablest conformer is chair formant. I am going to explain chair conformation with this group. So see here. So this is our chair form, boys. This is our chair form. Okay. So every carbon has two bonds. One is axial and the other one is equatorial. Let us identify. So axial position, boys. So this carbon, it is first carbon, boys. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like this going on. Now this is first carbon, second carbon, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay. So it is axial. It is axial. Now that group is located at axial position. Now that group is located at axial position. Or that may be located at equatorial also. Because if ring flipping is taking place, see here, so flipping, boys. So axial bonds are changed to equatorial, equatorial bonds are changed to axial. See here. This is. Now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons, boys. Ring flipping taking place. Here at one position, axial group. So same at one position, that bond is converted into equatorial. So now it is axial isomer. It is equatorial isomer of that mono-substituted cyclohexane. Axial isomer and equatorial isomer. Okay, sir, is this isomer is more stable or is this isomer is more stable? Let us explain. Which conformer among these two structures, that is axial isomer and equatorial isomer, among these two structures, which one is more stable? Let us observe, boys. See here. If group is at axial position, there is a repulsion available, boys. There are some repulsions. See here. So this is third carbon. It is axial. Here hydrogen is there. This is third carbon. This is axial. This is hydrogen. Okay. This is axial. Here is the group, boys. This hydrogen, this group, all these three groups are upward direction. All are in the same plane. Therefore, so between these two, between these, there is repulsions dominates, boys. Some repulsions. So because all these are in same position, so this is repulsions dominates. So with this group, this group, this group. So all these groups, repulsions dominates. Repulsions dominates. Those repulsions are considered as 1-3 interactions. 1-3 repulsions, boys. Axial repulsions. It is axial bond. It is axial bond. This is axial bond. This is 1-3 position. If I am coming like this, it is 1-2-3. So it may be 3-8. So either of these. So therefore, so these are the repulsions. So from 1-3 axial positions, boys. Okay. Because of these repulsions, yes, steric repulsions. So these repulsions are called as 1-3 diaxial repulsions. These are called as diaxial repulsions, boys. So these are steric repulsions. Steric repulsions. So this axial hydrogen, this axial hydrogen, this axial group. So between these repulsions are there. Okay. So therefore, because of these repulsions, this isomer, this axial isomer is less stable. Less stable because of these axial interactions. So see here. So these axial interactions directly proportional to size of the group. As the size of the group increased, so that means the distance between these hydrogens with a group decreases. As group size distance decreases, repulsions increases. So therefore, 1-3 diaxial repulsions is directly proportional to size of the group attached at axial position. Size of the group attached at axial position. So because of this, so this is less stable. Now during flipping, it is converted into like this. Here, this is equatorial position. This is equatorial position. Okay, that is why this isomer is called as equatorial chair isomer. So this equatorial position, so no such type of this axial, this type of repulsions are possible. So in this case, no repulsions possible. Therefore, more stable. Therefore, more stable. That means if a single group is attached to cyclohexane, which one is more preferable, boys? Is that at axial position or at equatorial position? Axial isomer is more stable or equatorial isomer is stable? So no doubt, equatorial position. So if a single isomer is exists, if a single substituent is exists for cyclohexane, that single substituent at equatorial position only is very, very stable. That isomer is formed more percentage. Therefore, so its percentage of equatorial isomer is more in this case, boys. Here, percentage of axial isomer is less, boys, because it is less stable, not exist freely. So no doubt, this is the equilibrium position, boys. At equilibrium, this axial and equatorial isomers are exist. Which one is more? Which one is more in condition? So axial equatorial isomer is more percentage than that of axial isomer. Now, because it is equilibrium, every equilibrium has equilibrium constant, boys. Every equilibrium has equilibrium constant. So therefore, for this equilibrium constant, Kc is equal to no doubt products concentration product by reactants concentration product. Here product is equatorial by axial. Equatorial by axial. Now tell me, boys, is this percentage is more? Is this percentage is more? This percentage is more than that of this percentage. That means equatorial percentage is more. That means equatorial concentration is more than that of axial concentration. Therefore, more value by less value. More by less value is nothing but Kc should be greater than 1. Kc should be greater than 1 in this case. In most of the cases. In most of the cases. So this is possible, boys. So therefore, this case here equilibrium E greater than A, boys, percentage of E greater than A. Therefore, so Kc greater than 1 in this case. Kc greater than 1 in this case. Is this concept clear? Tell me, boys. So if a single substituent is available at cyclohexane, that single substituent prefer to go at equatorial position, because at that position repulsions are very less, almost negligible. So therefore, if axial is there, automatic ring flipping is takes place. Because of that, equilibrium position is there. So that equilibrium constant is more, that is Kc is greater than 1 boys in this case. Okay. Why I'm taking axial? Because always the reaction, always the concept is converted from less stable to low stable. If reverse is taken, equilibrium Kc is less than 1. If reverse concept you should take Kc less than 1 there also. So sometimes in our exams, so that may be also available boys. If exactly reverse concept is developed, automatically Kc less than 1. Kc less than 1. Okay. So this is very important. So let us take with examples. Let us take S. Durga Prasad. Let us take with examples. Okay. Now I am taking this group as, for example, see boys, if G is equal to H, no doubt, see here. Let us observe the concepts. If G is equal to hydrogen, if G is equal to hydrogen, what we observe? So it is hydrogen, boys. It is all these hydrogens. Hydrogens are common, almost no repulsions. That means this one is equal to this one. That means this is 50%, this is 50%, 50 by 50, which is equal to 1. So therefore, Kc is equal to 1. If that G is equal to H, if that G is equal to H, if G is equal to H, that implies, so percentage of E is equal to 50%, percentage of A is equal to 50%. Therefore, Kc is equal to 1. Is this concept clear? Is this concept clear? If that G is equal to H, that is simply cyclohexane. For cyclohexane, these two conformers are same. No repulsions. So at here no repulsions because the G is equal to H. That is common. That is common. If more than hydrogen, so that is repulsions dominates, boys. If hydrogen is there, no repulsions, boys. If hydrogen is there, no repulsions. Therefore, so this one and this one are equal. So this is 50%, this is 50%. So automatically Kc is equal to 1. If that G is equal to H. If that G is equal to methyl group, that is methyl cyclohexane, I am taking, boys. Okay. See here. I am taking this one. Example 1, boys. So methyl cyclohexane. That means G is equal to CH3, boys. That means G is equal to CH3. So now this is CH3. This is CH3. Same concept applicable, boys. So that is axial isomer, equatorial isomer. So size of this methyl group is more than that of. Size of this methyl group is more than that of hydrogen. No doubt repulsions dominates in case of axial, but not in case of equatorial. Therefore, equatorial isomer is more stable than axial. All the concept is applicable. So that is more percentage. This is less percentage. Therefore, in this case, Kc greater than 1 and therefore, so here percentage of E is high and percentage of A is equal to low. So therefore, Kc is equal to E by era, which is that implies Kc greater than 1. So that is Kc greater than 1, boys. So if methyl group is there, the Kc greater than 1 is considered, boys. The Kc greater than 1 is considered. So that is applicable. Okay. So this is about very important, boys. This is about methyl cyclohexane. Methyl cyclohexane. Okay. See here. Boys, is this concept clear? Is this concept clear? If methyl group is there, no doubt E percentage dominates, A percentage automatically. So greater than 1, boys. Okay. Now see here. So now see here. So if axial, no doubt axial position is more stable. Ethyl group is substituted, same thing is happened. If ethyl group is substituted, same thing is happened. Okay, let us observe. No doubt, so axial isomer is less stable than equatorial isomer. In equatorial isomer, which one is more stable, sir? Let us explain with an example, with that equatorial position, boys. See here, boys. So that is our example. Methyl cyclohexane. Methyl cyclohexane, it is example number 1. We observe equatorial methyl group is more stable than axial methyl group in cyclohexane. Now I am taking equatorial position, boys. Now I am taking equatorial position. Okay. This is cyclohexane, boys. So equatorial position methyl group, it is more stable. It is more stable. Okay. Now this methyl group I am taking. So this is carbon, boys. This is carbon. It is equatorial. I'm going to observe this rotation, boys. CC rotation. This rotation we are going to observe, boys. Okay. What we observe? See here. I'm writing this structure like this. It is a cyclohexane. This is carbon. Boys, this is axial hydrogen. This is axial hydrogen. Okay. So this is carbon. This carbon is bonded with 3 other carbons, boys. CH3. So 3 other carbons. I'm drawing these carbons like this. So this is hydrogen. Hydrogen, hydrogen, boys. So this is CH3, boys. Okay, let us observe. Let us observe. Our viewpoint is this one. From this direction, view. Observe that. So it is observed clearly that this hydrogen is exactly backside of this hydrogen. So that is this hydrogen is exactly backside of this side. That means this form seems to be eclipsed form. Am I correct? This form seems to be eclipsed form. Is this clear or not? Is this correct or wrong? Tell me. This form, exactly. This carbon is backside of this carbon. This hydrogen, exactly this one. So all these are. Okay. Yes, it is eclipsed form. It is eclipsed form. Now I'm writing like this, boys. I'm writing like this. This is axial hydrogen. This is carbon, boys. I'm going to rotate this in clockwise rotation. Clockwise. Now the hydrogens are like this. The hydrogens are like this, boys. So this is hydrogen, boys. Now, what is the structure of this one? So exactly this hydrogen is this hydrogen. These two are opposite to each other. But here, so parallel to each other. Here, opposite to each other, boys. Opposite. Okay. So that is why anti-form or staggered form. Anti or staggered form. It is anti or staggered, or sometimes maybe we are taking as gauche. Okay. Anti or staggered or gauche. Let us take gauche format. Okay. So therefore, among these two conformers, which one is more stable? It is less stable. It is more stable. So therefore, no doubt among axial and equatorial is more stable. In equatorial, so gauche form or anti-form or staggered form is more stable than eclipsed form. So all these are about methyl cyclohexane. All these are about methyl cyclohexane. So now this methyl cyclohexane, is this concept clear? Did you catch the concept? Guys, did you understand? Did you understand the concept? Tell me. Very, very, very important. Now let us take one more example. Let us take one more example. Example number 2, monosubstitution. Example number 2, that is tertiary butyl. Tertiary butyl cyclohexane. Tertiary butyl cyclohexane. Okay. So see here, that is boys, this is a cyclohexane. So general planar structure. So tertiary butyl, that is a C bonded with 3 methyl groups. 3 methyl groups. Okay. This is simply we will write as so tertiary butyl. So this is the group, boys. It is a shortcut for this one. Boys, is this group is more bulkier or less bulkier than methyl? Tell me. This tertiary butyl group is more or less bulkier than methyl group? Yes, more bulkier. As bulkiness increases, that means the size of the substituent increases, repulsions, axial repulsions increases. That means so equatorial position is equatorial isomer is something more stable than that of previous case. Is this clear? Equatorial isomer is more stable in this case than that of previous case. Clear or not? Correct or not? Yes. See here. It is axial points. So it is tertiary butyl. So here axial. Here it is axial. So interactions. So more repulsions are possible here. More repulsions. So if ring flipping takes place, so now like this, it is going on. Now it is a tertiary butyl. Okay. So it is almost twice here, almost. So the percentage of E form is 99.9%. It is more stable. It is less stable. So that is almost 99.9%. Here also Kc greater than 1 and here also Kc greater than 1. There is a proximal reactant, just like in previous case. Here also Kc greater than 1. Very, very, very important. Okay. So this is tertiary butyl case, boys. If hydrogen is there, Kc is equal to 1. If that group is hydrogen, Kc is equal to 1. Any other than hydrogen, that Kc may be less than 1 or greater than 1. Let us discuss. Next, one more example, boys. That is one more example. See here. Example 3. Methoxy cyclohexane. Methoxy means methyl group with oxygen. That is methoxy group. So that methoxy group is attached H, either axial position or equatorial position, boys. See here. This is axial, OCH3. This is OCH3, boys. That means, so this methyl group is away from the ring. Okay. So see here. I am comparing this compound with methyl group, boys. So this is methoxy cyclohexane. It is methyl cyclohexane. Methyl cyclohexane. Boys, here this is the group attached directly to the axial position, but here it is the group attached to the axial position. Where more repulsions we expected, that is 1,3 interactions, 1,3 repulsions. So here at oxygen or at methoxy, methyl. No, don't consider total methoxy, boys. It is only oxygen. That oxygen is, this methyl group is away from the ring. So this is the only group attached to carbon, boys. Even though methoxy group is there, oxygen is directly attached to the axial position. So that is away from this CH3, away from this is CH3, boys. Away from this methyl group. Okay, here directly methyl group is attached. Here Kc greater than 1, no doubt at all. Equatorial axial we consider. Equatorial isomer is more stable than axial in this case also. Here also Kc greater than 1, just already we completed the concept. Here Kc greater than 1, here Kc greater than 1. Now whose Kc is more? Tell me. Here Kc is more or here Kc is more? Here, tell me. Here Kc is nothing but equatorial greater than equatorial by axial. So here less repulsion. So here less repulsion sign. Therefore, less repulsion sign. Less repulsions means here let us take equatorial percentage, let it be 60%. Axial is that is 40%. Let it be. Here more repulsions. Therefore, equatorial is more percentage. Therefore, here equatorial is almost 75%. Axial is 25%. Here also Kc greater than 1. Here Kc greater than 1. Among these two Kc, which one is more? Tell me. It is 40 by 60. It is 75 by 25. Which one is more? Second one or first one? Yes. Therefore, let it be. It is a Kc1. It is a Kc1, boys. It is a Kc2. Here Kc1 less than that of Kc2. Kc1 less than that of Kc2. So this is also let it be, boys. Let it be. So strictly speaks, if methyl group is there, it is 95%, boys. So strictly direct values, boys. This is 95%. It is 5%. So if methoxy group is there, it is 73%. It is so that means 22%. So no, it is the actual percentage. Percentage of E. So no doubt Kc1 less than that of Kc2. So that means, so if group is changed, automatically some repulsions dominates. Repulsions may change. As repulsions may change, percentages may be changed. So 27. Yes. Thank you. 27. Okay, Mahesh. Thank you. So it is 73. It is 23. So these are exact values. Okay. So this is about substituted cyclohexane. Is there any doubt up to now? Okay. No. Okay. Thank you. Next one. So which group creates which percentage? Let us take a graphical representation. Yes. Hydrogen bonding here not possible. Right? Hydrogen bonding not possible. Hydrogen attached to high electron development is possible. Now let us take a tabular form, boys. Depending on the group, how much is the percentage of E and S, A form and Kc values? How is that? Now, see here. So group, take the tabular form, group. So equilibrium constant, Kc, equilibrium constant Kc, which is Kc is equal to E by A, Kc is equal to E by A. Next, delta E, that is the change in energy for axial to equatorial clipping end. For clipping, I am giving here values kilojoule per mole and that means axial is changed to equatorial. For that purpose, something energy is required. That difference of energy, equatorial to axial, the difference of energy, that is flipping energy. So how much is that flipping of energy? If that energy is more, that flipping is difficult. Okay. So next. So percentage of equatorial format. Percentage of equatorial format. These are the columns wise. See here. So group, that is GN. If G is equal to H, if G is equal to H, what about equilibrium constant wise? So percentage of E is equal to, because E is to flipping. So therefore equilibrium constant Kc is equal to 1. So here no energy is required. Both are same. Both are same. Therefore 50% E form is available. 50% E form automatically means 50%. So that is A format. Okay. If it is a methyl group, Me means methyl group. So it is equilibrium constant 19. So it is a difference of energy of 7.3. It is a 95% boys equatorial. If it is ethyl, same and almost. It is 20 equilibrium constant. So it is a 7.5. It is a 95 almost. Next, it is isopropyl. Isopropyl means CH3, CH, CH3. So this is, in short, isopropyl group. This is the shortcut for method. Isopropyl. So equilibrium constant 42 greater than 1. It is a 9.3 is the difference value any. So it is a 98%. 98%. Okay. Next, it is very important, boys. That is the tertiary butyl. Already we explained. Tertiary butyl. So if it is tertiary butyl, so it is greater than 3000. So greater than 3000, it is greater than 20. It is almost 99.9% E format. 99.9%. Almost A form is negligible because of bulkiness. Okay. If it is a methoxy group, that is OME. It is also important. It is also important. OME. So it is 27. So 27, it is a 2.5. It is roughly 73. 73. Next, if it is phenyl group, benzene ring end. Benzene ring, it is also bulky group wise. It is 110. That means as Kc value increases, E percentage also increases, boys. So that means more percentage of E. It is Kc 100. So that is more than 100. That is 110. It is 11.7. 11.7 is the conversion value. That is 99% is the E format. So this is the percentage of E form in their Kc values. So all these we know. So we explained some of these examples. Why not? We know the concept. So this is about monosubstituted cyclohexane. Monosubstituted cyclohexane and their conformers. Monosubstituted cyclohexane and their conformers. So up to now, so it is monosubstituted boys. Now let us discuss disubstituted cyclohexane. So now our topic is disubstituted cyclohexane. So conformations of disubstituted cyclohexane. So subheading for disubstituted cyclohexane. That means if two groups are substituted at cyclohexane, where those two groups are. So is this 1,2 position or 1,3 position or 1,4 position? If disubstituents are there, so different cis trans conditions are applicable. Cis trans conditions are applicable. So in case of disubstituted, so which one is the cis position, which one is trans position in case of disubstituted conditions? In case of disubstituted, so it is very, very, very important, boys. Disubstituted cis trans position. First of all, we must know which positions are cis, which positions are trans. Cis means same side. Trans means exactly opposite side, boys. So we are discussing the most stable conformer of cyclohexane, that is chair form. In case of chair, in case of chair form, which one is the cis position, which one is the trans position? See here. Boys, it is a cis position. Sorry, it is a chair format. It is a chair form. For this chair form, cis position, trans position. Boys, here also I'm going to explain dipole moment. Chair form has a dipole moment is equal to 0. That means they are almost exactly equivalent. So here dipole moment in this direction, here it is in the direction. So this value is that is cancelled with this one. This is plus mu, it is minus mu. So for this, mu is equal to 0. So dipole moment, overall dipole moment for cyclohexane in case of chair form is 0, but not in case of boat form. For boat form, mu is not equal to 0. So okay, see here, boys. This is first carbon, this is second carbon. Let us identify. For this first carbon, this is axial position. This is axial position. This is axial position. This is axial position. This group is exactly opposite to this group. Both these bonds are opposite. When opposite conditions are available, that is cis or trans. Tell me, is this C or T? Is this position cis or trans, boys? Tell me. Both these are same side or opposite side? Opposite side. Yes. Therefore, so I'm taking, boys, I'm writing, see here, that is position of two substituents in cyclohexane. So cis positions and trans positions we will discuss. So a tabular form, boys. I am taking 1,2 positions. 1,2 substituents. At 1,2 positions, 2 substituents are there. So this is axial, this is axial. Axial. These two are, boys, these two are wedge lines. So similar wedge lines. So these two are trans position, boys. Therefore, axial is a trans position. Axial. One axial, two axial, both are trans position. Not only those two, equatorial also trans position, boys. So I'm writing equatorial, this one. Dotted line, sir. So this is equatorial, this is equatorial. This is axial, that is axial. So both these equatorial are opposited. So that is the transposition. So both the axials are transposition, but one equatorial axial equatorial. So that is axial equatorial or equatorial axial or cis position. In case of 1,2 substitution. In case of 1,2 substitutions, so which one is the cis position, which one is trans position? Both axial or both equatorial are cis. Both axial or both equatorial are transcending. So one axial equatorial or one axial equatorial. Alternative one are cis position. Please keep in mind. Please keep in mind. See here. Both wedge lines or both dotted lines, this condition or this condition is equal to cis set. Sorry, trans and opposite. One wedge, one dotted line. This combination is this. Just a minute, boys. Sorry, I'm representing differently, but convention, general convention I'm using. See here. Theory is same, but transposition is this one. These two are trans. This one. See here. It is axial, it is equatorial. So that means common condition, boys. Okay. Now, wedge line and dashed lines. Wedge line, dashed line combination is transcending. So two similar wedge lines or two dotted lines. This combination is cis. Both are same cis. One wedge, one dotted line is a trans. Okay, these two are trans, these two are cis at this position. Now, 1-3 position, boys. If two groups are at 1-3 position, this is first position, this is second, this is third. I'm coming like this, boys. See here, I'm drawing here. I'm drawing here, boys. So this is axial, this is equatorial. This is axial, this is equatorial. Boys, these two groups are in the same side. Same side means cis. Opposite side, transcending. So therefore, here axial and axial, same side. But these two are opposite, but these two are same side. Therefore, axial or equatorial or cis position. Axial, equatorial, cis position. Axial, equatorial or equatorial, axial or trans positions. In case of 1-3 position, 1-3 substitution, axial or equatorial, cis. Opposite is a transcend. Next, in case of, that is the third one, 1-4 position. 1-4 position. If two groups are substituted at 1-4 position, see here, boys, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is fourth position. Now I'm observing this is axial bond, boys. This is axial. See here, this bond is exactly opposite to this bond. This is axial, this is axial. These two are same side or opposite side? Tell me. These two pointing towards the same side or opposite side? Same or opposite? Tell me. Is this cis or trans? Yes, opposite. Opposite means transcend. Opposite means trans. Therefore, so 1-4 position, axial is transcend. Axial is trans. Equatorial is transcending. Now it is the way. So it is equatorial. So here, axial equatorial or equatorial axial is cis position. So please consider, very, very, very important. Which one is a cis position, which one is trans position at different locations. At different locations, which one is cis and which one is trans. So is this concept clear? Please tell me. So which is cis, which is trans, at which position? If I am considering 1-2 position, this one. 1-3 position, this one. 1-4 position, this one. So, for example, this one and this one position, what are those? It is 1, 2, 3, and it is considered as 1-3 position. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 1-3 position. So that means this is all similar ways. Just we start that one. Okay. So this is about cis trans positions in disubstituted case, boys. In case of disubstituted, let us discuss with an examples. So in case of disubstituted, that means if two methyl groups are attached to cyclohexane, what we observe? See here. So example 1, that is dimethyl cyclohexane. Dimethyl cyclohexane, boys. Dimethyl cyclohexane. What we observe? Now I am taking 1-2 position first of all. I am taking 1-2 position. I will explain. After that, 1-3, 1-4, you should identify it. So now, first one, 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. So dimethyl cyclohexane means it is a cyclohexane, boys. At one methyl group is there, at another case also methyl group is. So this is 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. So now, if both are, that is, one is a cis position, one is trans position, I am taking, boys. So see here. So here, first one, cis 1,2 dimethyl case. Cis 1,2 dimethyl case, boys. That means both are in same side. So both are, I am drawing wedge line side. So that is both methyl groups are in wedge. That means cis position. These two are cis. Okay, 1-2 cis condition. See here. It is one, boys. This one and this one is a trans. These two positions are trans in case of 1-2. But I am taking cis end. Cis means, so one axial, one equatorial. One axial, one equatorial. Okay. So this is cis position. Am I correct? Is this cis or trans? Tell me, boys. No doubt. So axial and equatorial. In case of 1-2 position, axial, equatorial is a cis position. Axial or equatorial are trans end. Axial, equatorial is a cis end. This is a cis end, no doubt. Now ring flipping takes place. Ring flipping end. Ring flipping, boys. So now this is the structure. Now it is 1-2. It is 1. It is 2, boys. 1-2 positions. Okay. So now here it is in axial position. At one position, it is equatorial. It is equatorial. So at 2 position, it is equatorial. It is axial. It is equatorial. So now at 1 position, it is equatorial. At 2 position, it is equatorial. That means it becomes axial end. So axial means it is a CH3, boys. It is a CH3. Okay. So it is ring flipping end. Now tell me, boys. So during this process, Kc is equal to 1, less than 1, or greater than 1. See here, this is axial. So whenever axial position substituent is there, no doubt 1-3 interactions are there, 1-3 repulsions are there. Here also it is axial, boys. Here also 1-3 interactions are there. Both these are identical, boys. So therefore, in this case, Kc is equal to 1. Here 1-3 interactions are available. Here 1-3 interactions are available. So here no interactions. Here no interactions. That means exactly both these cases are same. Therefore, so both are in equal percentages. So therefore, Kc is equal to 1. So is this clear? Is this clear? Now I am taking trans condition. Trans condition. See here. So trans, one is wedge, one is dots. So 1 2 position boys. 1 2 trans. Trans means I'm writing this one like this. So this is 1 methyl group, 2 methyl group. So this is trans position. Am I correct? So these two bonds are trans bonds. Okay. So now these are trans position boys. Now ring flipping is takes place. Ring flipping in equilibrium condition. Okay. So now so this is first, this is second, this is first, this is second. See boys, it is axial. It becomes equatorial. This is axial. Here in flipping converts into equatorial. So this is second. So this is equatorial. This is equatorial boys. Tell me, among these two structures, which one is more stable? Equatorial, equatorial. No interactions are there. Very, very stable. Very stable. It is axial, it is axial. Both are axial boys. High 1, 3, 1, 3 interactions are possible boys. 1, 3 diaxial repulsions. Because it is axial boys. Therefore, least stable end. Therefore, it has more percentage, it has less percentage. Therefore, Kc greater than 1. Therefore, Kc greater than 1. Okay, in case of dimethyl. Therefore, if two alkyl groups are attached, which one is more stable, boys? So trans isomer is more stable or cis isomer is more stable? Which one is predominant? So in this case, cis, Kc is equal to 1. But in this case, trans, so more equivalent. That means both equatorial positions are acceptable conditions. Both equatorial positions. Yes, transform is more predominant. So among cis form and transform, no doubt transform. In transform, both equatorial positions are acceptable. Both equatorial positions are acceptable. Like this. So you are trying to explain 1 3 position, 1 4 position. I'm taking so some information boys. I will give some information here. See here. Substituent tabular formula. H condition, cis condition, trans condition. Now 1 2 condition boys. Substituent at 1 2 position. So this is already rough boys. That is 1 2 position. So here cis means equatorial axial, change it to axial equatorial. Equatorial axial, change it to axial equatorial. So Kc is equal to 1 in this case. Trans, both axial, change it to both equatorial. Both axial, change it to both equatorial boys. So that means it is more stable end. Therefore, Kc greater than 1. Kc greater than 1. Next, if 1 3 position is there, 1 3 position, cis means cis 1 3 position, both axial are cis-ending, both equatorial are cis-ending. So therefore, axial change it to equatorial cis condition. So that's why it is more stable end. Therefore, Kc greater than 1 boys. Yes, cis condition is more stable end. So here axial equatorial, change it to equatorial axial. So therefore, so Kc is equal to 1 in this case. Kc is equal to 1 in that case. Next, 1 4 position. So two substituents at 1 4 position. 1 4 position. Okay. So that is 1,4 position cisra, 1,4 position axial trans, equatorial trans, but axial equatorial is ciscent. So therefore, axial equatorial is changed to axial equatorial axial equatorial. So here Kc is equal to 1 and here Kc is equal to 1. Now, so transformer both axial is changed to both equatorial. Here Kc greater than 1. Boys, if you write reverse case, equatorial changes to axial, almost not possible, boys, because equatorial is more stable than axial. Therefore, this conformation is this concept is possible. Reverse concept is almost not possible. Okay, so this is about the disubstituents in case of cyclohexane, boys. Disubstituents in case of cyclohexane. I think, is this concept clear? I think the concept is clear or here. Boys, did you understand? Did you understand the concept? Okay, very important. Cyclohexane. Let us take one more example. Okay. So example 2, very important. Example 2. What is that? See here. That is tertiary butyl case 1,4 cassette. Tertiary butyl. It is fourth position. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is also tertiary butyl. Okay. Write its cis and trans positions. See here. I am trying to write cis position wise. So that is see here. So it is a tertiary butyl. It is a tertiary butyl. It is a cis compound. It is cis compound. It is a tertiary butyl. It is a tertiary butyl. Trans compound, boys. It is a trans compound. Apply the conditions. So this is nothing but 1,4 position. 1,4 position. So it is a transcending. Opposite is tris. This is a tertiary butyl. It is a tertiary butyl. Okay. So it is a cis condition at 1,4 position. So ring flipping in. Boys, see here. It is axial. It is equatorial. It is axial. It is equatorial. If flipping takes place, that is axial, this is equatorial. That means chair form, because tertiary butyl is very bulky, very unstable. So therefore, it has least stability. Least stability. Okay, so it is least stability, boys. But so that is why this chair form is converted into twist boat form. Twist boat form. It is changed to twist boat form, boys. Okay, so it is the twist boat form. It is first position 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is that is tertiary butyl. Tertiary butyl. It is tertiary butyl, boys. Here it is tertiary butyl. Okay, this is more stable. It has more stability. It has more stability. So see boys, so in case of cis 1,4 tertiary butyl cyclohexane, the most stable form is twisted boat form is most stable. Twisted boat form is most stable. So now what about this case? Trans condition. So trans condition is nothing but it is this one trans. It is equatorial position, boys. It is equatorial position. Tertiary butyl. It is equatorial position. Tertiary butyl. So therefore, no problem. No problem. Very, very stable. So 100% it is 100% exists. So both are at equatorial position. 100% accepted. So both are at equatorial position. Both are at equatorial position. Okay. Okay, boys. See here. So this is very, very, very important condition. This is very, very, very important condition. Very, very important. Okay. So that means in case of tertiary butyl, 1,4 tertiary butyl case. So if it is a cis, twist boat form is mostly available. If it is a trans, so both are at equatorial position is the most stable case. So that means it is 100% available. 100% available. Okay. Now let us observe. Let us observe. So where Kc, where Kc greater than 1 or less than 1 or equal to 1, tell me the conditions. See here. So write a comment on equilibrium constant. That is Kc greater than 1 or Kc less than 1 or Kc equal to 1. Tell me the conditions, boys. Like this, please give your comments. Like this, please give your comments. Okay. Okay. Say Kc greater than 1, Kc less than 1 or Kc equal to 1. So which one is correct? See here, boys. First example. So this is equatorial position. It is change it to flipping, boys. It is axial position. Tell me here Kc is equal to 1 or less than 1 or greater than 1? Less than 1 or greater than 1? Tell me, boys. In this case, it is equatorial position. It is axial position. Yes. Therefore, it has more percentage. It has less percentage. That implies Kc less than 1. It is more stable. It is less stable. Kc less than 1 in this case. Next, second one. It is axial methyl. This is a tertiary butyl. Axial methyl, tertiary butyl. Okay. Reversible with flipping, boys. It is axial tertiary butyl. It is equatorial. Tell me, boys, which one is more stable? This one or this one is more stable? First one or second one is more stable? It is bulky group. It is smaller group. It is bulky group. It is smaller group. Bulky group at axial position creates more repulsions. Therefore, but it is equatorial position. Therefore, it is more stable. Therefore, more percentage is available. Okay. So less stable, less percentage. Therefore, Kc less than 1. Kc less than 1. Next, third condition. Boys, this is equatorial OH, 1,3 position. This is also equatorial OH. Equatorial and equatorial. Okay, so it is going to be flipped. This is, so this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is equatorial position. Now it is axial. It is axial. This is equatorial at third position. It is axial. This is axial, boys. Now tell me here which one is more stable. So here, boys, both are in the same plane. Therefore, here OH and E. OH. So it is OH. So between these two, intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding is possible. As hydrogen bonding is possible, more stable ending. Therefore, Kc greater than 1. Kc greater than. That type of hydrogen bonding is not possible here. No hydrogen bonding possible. No hydrogen bonding possible, boys. Okay. So like this, here Kc greater than 1. Boys, is this concept clear? Very, very, very important. Kc, Kp, I like this. All this. We will discuss, boys. Very, very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. Now, let us discuss a problem based on this topic. So, calculation of dipole moment, calculation of percentage of one of the isomers. How to calculate? So, let us take a problem, boys. See here. Problem 8. Problem 1. See here. Dipole moment solution. Dipole moment of a solution of one of the cyclohexane substance. Cyclohexane derivative is 5 debye and mole fraction of its chair form is mole fraction of its chair form is 0.8. Find dipole moment of twist boat form. Find dipole moment of twist boat form. Okay. Now see here, boys. Here a cyclohexane derivative is there. So it has chair form, boat form, half chair form, twist boat form. everything is available. But for our calculation purpose, here only two forms are stable. So consider solution. Consider here only two forms are stable and exist. Those are chair form and twist boat form. So this assumption is very, very, very important, boys. Yes, correct. This assumption is very, very, very important. Okay. Therefore, mole fraction total is equal to mole fraction of chair form plus mole fraction of twist boat form. So total mole fraction is always equal to 1. Total mole fraction is always equal to 1. Already chair form mole fraction is given to you, boys. So therefore, mole fraction of twist boat form is equal to 1 minus 0.8, which is equal to 0.2. Okay. So chair form. So we know for chair form, dipole moment. Okay. Dipole moment solution of cyclohexane. Not one of the cyclohexane is, please take this like this. Cyclohexane is 5 divided by and mole fraction. Okay. Chair form, that is like this, boys. It is a chair form. It is chair form, boys. So here always mu value is equal to 0. Mu value is equal to 0. Dipole moment, we know for chair form mu is equal to 0. Mu is equal to 0. Therefore, so total mu solution is equal to mole fraction of chair form into, so it's dipole moment of chair form plus mole fraction of twist boat form into dipole moment of twist boat form. If something are there going on, boys. Okay, mole fraction of solution is given to you is 5 is equal to chair form mole fraction is 0.8 into, so dipole moment is 0 plus twist boat form is mole fraction is 0.2, so into mu twist boat form, that is we are going to, so this becomes 0. Therefore, so dipole moment of twist boat form is 25. So dipole moment of twist boat form is 25. It is the answer, boys. So very, very, very important. So very, very important. Okay. Next, one more problem. Problem number 2. If K equilibrium is equal to 18, find percentage of axial isomer for methyl cyclohexane. Calculate percentage axial isomer for methyl cyclohexane. Okay. See here, boys. This is our solution. So K equilibrium is equal to 18. It is given condition. That is greater than 1. So, but K equilibrium, K greater than 1 means equatorial by axial, boys. It should be greater than 1. Therefore, equatorial percentage is more than that of axial percentage. Equatorial percentage is more than that of axial percentage. So therefore, this value is given as 18. Therefore, 18 is equal to equatorial by axial. That implies axial is equal to equatorial by 18. Please keep in mind. Okay, it is, let it be 1. but percentage of axial plus percentage of equatorial must be 100. Percentage of axial plus percentage of equatorial, that must be 100. That means axial plus equatorial is equal to 100. Axial plus equatorial is equal to 100. So it is axial is equal to equatorial by 18. So by taking these two conditions, okay, calculate. This is 2 boys. From 1 and 2, you can solve. That is percentage of axial is equal to 100 by 19. We will get boys. That is 100 by 19 means 5.263. 5.263 is the answer, boys. So percentage. Okay. So it is the way to calculate percentage base. Okay. Boys, I will send the notes. In that notes, one more problem is there. Please solve by using that notes. One more problem is there. Okay. Next and last topic for this concept, boys, that is in case of cycloalkanes, that is decalene. Yes. Aditya, take. Okay. So next technique. So boys, up to now we discussed conformations of cyclohexane. So conformation of cyclohexanes are over, boys. Now the last one, a simple topic, that is decalene. Conformations of decalene. Note down. Special case of decalene. So special case, that is decalene, boys. What is decalene? Here two cyclohexane rings are going to be fused. So that is decalene is nothing but cyclohexane is bonded with cyclohexane. This is decalene, boys. This is decalene. Okay. So I'm going to explain cis form and trans form for these cases. So okay, see here. Now, boys, see here. This is cyclohexane. So here both two hydrogen, here a hydrogen is there. This is hydrogen. This is also hydrogen, boys. This is hydrogen. Okay. So both are same ending. That's why it is a cis form ending. It is a cis form. I'm going to represent this one. Boys, it is first carbon, it is second carbon. So this is one cyclohexane fused with another cyclohexane. Now see here, I'm drawing this cyclohexane like this. Okay. This is first carbon, second carbon. Now see here, boys. So this is, see, these are cis end. For 1-2 position, cis means, for 1-2 position, cis means, what is that? Axial or equatorial or equatorial axial. For 1-2 position, cis is for your cyclohexane. For 1-2 position, which one is cis? Axial. Okay. Axial equatorial. Axial equatorial. Okay. Yes, correct. See here, boys. This hydrogen at one position axial I am taking. This is hydrogen. So this hydrogen at equatorial position. For second carbon, this is equatorial position. So these are the two hydrogens I am representing like this. Okay, this is cis position. Now here equatorial position is vacant end. This is equatorial position, boys. Here axial position is vacant end. Okay, so like this. This is the structure, boys. Like this is the structure. Okay, so this is equatorial, this is axial, this is axial, this is equatorial. This is cis decalene. This is cis decalene. If it is going to be flipping end, flipping boys. I am representing that flipping. See here, I am first of all, this one is flipped. This one is flipped. This is first carbon. This is the second carbon. So flipped boys. So this is, just a minute. Here it is, first carbon. Just a minute. I am taking this one as first carbon, this one as second carbon. First carbon, second carbon. First carbon, second carbon. Okay. So there. So axial equatorial. So at second carbon, equatorial hydrogen. Now it is axial hydrogen. Axial hydrogen. At first carbon, axial hydrogen. Equatorial hydrogen. So it is better to take like this, boys. So it is better to take like this. See here. Okay. So this is like this, boys. It is like this. So this is flipping end. This is flipping. Okay. So this is as it is. So it is going to be flipped. So this is flipping ending. So this is equatorial. Sorry, it is equatorial. It is axial end. Equatorial axial. Okay. So here equatorial hydrogen, axial hydrogen, axial hydrogen. Okay. So this is also flipping, boys. So this is possible. This is possible. Now trans condition. Trans condition. See here. So this is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. Trans and once again 1 2. Trans 1 2 means both are axial position, boys. So now I am representing it is a trans end. So this is cyclohexane. So it is a hydrogen. It is a hydrogen. Trans position, boys. Both these are trans. So here equatorial position is there. Here equatorial position is there. So this is trans compound, boys. It is equatorial. It is equatorial. This is axial. This is axial. So this is trans compound, boys. Now flipping end. Flipping. Flipping. So this is flipped. So once again, it is axial. It is axial. Axial, axial. So hydrogens. So equatorial hydrogens. Equatorial hydrogens. Between this axial and axial. So between this cyclohexane ring and it. So here cyclohexane ring is not possible. Therefore, boys, please identify. In case of trans decaline, flipping is not possible. Therefore, flipping is not possible. In case of trans compound for dicyclo, that is the decaline, so flipping is not possible. Flipping is not possible. So this is about decaline, boys. This is about decaline. Okay. So this is sufficient for our conformational isomerism about decaline, boys. So that's why I'm stopped this concept here. So that is the end of that is conformational isomerism in case of De Cayley. Okay. So thank you, boys.